Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shilpi Bhattacharya, Professor and Dean, Faculty of Arts and Humanities, Kalinga University. I welcome you all in the third module of the course Communication Skills. Module 3 deals with nonverbal communication. As the word itself says, that it is a communication that takes place without words. So, coming to the definition of nonverbal communication encompasses all forms of communication without the use of spoken or written language. It includes facial expressions, gestures, body language, posture, eye contact, tone of voice, and even the use of personal space. These nonverbal clues often convey more information than words alone, as the statement goes, body speaks louder than words. So yes, nonverbal communication speaks louder than words. Coming to the significance of nonverbal communication, because before we start with any content of this module, we should know why it is important. So coming to that, nonverbal communication enhances your verbal communication. So, nonverbal cues complement and enhance verbal messages as they can provide context, they can emphasize the points that are spoken, and they help the listeners to understand the entire intention better. It also helps in understanding emotions. It is one of the way in expression of emotions where nonverbal cues are instrumental in conveying it. Like facial expressions, for example, can reveal happiness or sadness or anger or fear, adding depth and authenticity to communication. So yes, emotional expression is one of the very important significance of nonverbal communication. Then also the nonverbal cues can very significantly across cultures and contexts helps in understanding of the effective cross-cultural communication and adaptability in different situations, because what body language is present in our culture might not be there in cultures across the globe. So these cultural contexts can be best understood by the nonverbal cues. Now let's understand what are the various aspects of nonverbal communication. The very first one is body language. As I said, body speaks louder than words. So yes, body language is one of the basic aspects of nonverbal communication. This includes your gesture, your posture, your movements. For instance, if I say the crossed arms may simply be defensive, or it may simply show resistance, while open arms convey openness and acceptance. So this is how the interpretations of body language works. Next is facial expression. Face, my friends, is a powerful tool for expressing emotions. A smile signifies happiness, while a furrowed brow can indicate concern or confusion. Then coming next in body language in nonverbal communication is eye contact. Now, appropriate eye contact conveys engagement and attentiveness. Too much or too little of eye contact can send different signals. So, a harsh, as it is said that a harsh tone reveal anger. Similarly, the way you are maintaining your eye contact reveals many unheard emotions of yours. Now, there are various tips, and there is also one important thing, that is haptics in nonverbal communication. Haptics is simply touch language. So, touch is so sensitive that a child, when he is born, he understands nothing but a touch. Mother's touch is so sensitive, so emotional that even a crying baby understands that touch and responds to it and stops crying. So same thing works in nonverbal communication, where haptics is a strong tool, where it takes care of the emotions conveyed by a pat. Suppose a colleague of yours is low and we simply pat along with the words we use, and that pat, the touch, will convey lot of emotions. So haptics is one of the big emotion, I should say, nonverbal communication. Then next comes is chronemics. Chronemics, as the word itself speaks about it, it is chronology, word taken from chronology, that is study of time, how time can be a language. So suppose we take time to start a communication, that time speaks. We take a pause and this pause speaks. It speaks that either the statement can be very important so that the listeners become attentive and they start listening to it carefully. So that is how chronemics works. Along with that, we have proxemics. Proxemics again is, as I said while starting the module, that space is also a language. We have 4 space zones around us, and how we are occupying or how we are utilizing those 4 space zones again talks so much about the relationship we hold and the care and the concern we show towards people. So nonverbal communication plays very important role in executing or in delivering our content in a better way. Now, if we see that what are the tips by which we can improve and we can interpret the nonverbal communication. So the very first one is self-awareness. We should pay attention to all the nonverbal cues to ensure they align with your intended message. So when we are speaking, it should not happen that our words are speaking something and our body language or our gestures are speaking something else. So it will get confusing. So the best way is it should align with what we are saying. Then the next is we should be very keen observers. Observe the nonverbal cues of others to gain insights and understand their feelings and intentions. Then the next is context. Consider the context in which communication occurs, as nonverbal cues can be interpreted differently in various different contexts. Then we should also have a cultural sensitivity. Be aware, be truly aware of the cultural differences in nonverbal communication and adapt your behavior when interacting with people from diverse backgrounds. Especially in today's world, when the world is growing global, we should be very careful in communication of nonverbal, giving nonverbal cues, because in different culture, different body language interprets different things. Then a very important factor that works in nonverbal communication is having empathy. Actually, we should practice empathy. Try to understand the emotions and perspective of others by reading their nonverbal cues and not imposing ours. So, coming to the conclusion of the entire content that we dealt today, nonverbal communication is a powerful and often underestimated aspect of effective communication. Understanding and utilizing nonverbal cues such as body language, facial expressions, posture, eye contact, proxemics, haptics can significantly enhance your ability to convey messages, connect with others, and interpret the complete message in various social and professional situations. So by improving your nonverbal communication skills and being attuned to the nonverbal cues of others, you can become a more effective and empathetic communicator. Thank you.